Hi students. So in the case of horizontal projectile, we have clearly understood that at any instant of time, there are two velocity values for the projectile. So the resultant velocity is the vector sum of these two velocities along the x-axis and the y-axis. Now you see that the body is projected from the initial point A and it touches the ground at the final point B. Now in between A and B, you will see that there are different points. So when it crosses any point, okay, between A and B, it is possessing two velocity values. Now I will investigate at this point C. I have taken this point C separately, and at this point C, let Vx be the final velocity of the body along the horizontal direction. Of course, this final velocity Vx must be equal to the initial velocity Ux only. Okay, because it is not going to change. There is no acceleration. So the velocity remains the same. Anyhow, just for derivation's sake, so consider the motion of the body. Okay, so vertical motion of the body I will consider first. Vertical motion of the body. Okay, from vertical motion from A to C I will consider. From A to C. Will it take some time to travel from A to C? Yes, that is the symbol small t I am going to use for that. Okay, in that time t, so I am going to investigate the vertical motion of the projectile from A to C. So at A, what is the initial vertical velocity? The initial vertical velocity is what? 0. So I will write the initial vertical velocity. Okay. And what is the symbol we are using for that? That is equal to uy. That is equal to 0. And final vertical velocity at C. Okay. Final vertical velocity at C. At C, what is the symbol we are using? Vy. Okay. And time taken. The time taken. Okay. From A to C. To travel from A to C, that is equal to what? T. And since it is vertical motion, it will have an acceleration. So the acceleration of the body is A is equal to plus G. Now I am going to consider the equation of motion, namely V equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation of motion. In this equation, I am investigating the vertical motion, is it not? Therefore, V suffix y equal to U suffix y plus A suffix y. So, along the y-axis, so here also A suffix y I can substitute. So, what is the final velocity along the y-axis we have taken? See, final, that is a Vy. So, Vy is equal to, what is the initial velocity along the vertical direction we have taken? Uy is equal to 0, is it not? It is like a freely falling body. If you investigate only its vertical motion, the initial velocity is equal to 0. Therefore, Uy is equal to 0. So, this is 0 plus G into T. Therefore, Vy is equal to Gt. So, this is equation number 1. Have you understood? So, what is the velocity of the projectile at point C? Okay, at C. After a time interval T. Okay. So, that is equal to Vy equal to Gt. Now, I am going to consider the horizontal motion. Okay. Next, I am going to investigate the horizontal motion. Again, from which point? From A to C. So, horizontal motion from A to C. So, what is the initial velocity? What is the initial velocity? I will write as usual. Okay. Initial horizontal velocity. The initial horizontal velocity is equal to Ux. And final, okay, the final horizontal velocity at C. So, look at the picture and tell me at the point C, what is the final velocity along the horizontal direction? So, final horizontal velocity is equal to what? Vx. And the time taken is the same, no? The time taken to travel from A to C. So, the time taken is equal to T. and you tell me now along the horizontal direction what must be the acceleration a equal to or ax is equal to? Yes, it is 0. Why? Because there is no force acting along the horizontal direction, so acceleration is 0. So once again I am going to use a similar equation, okay? This equation v equal to u plus at. This time, since the motion is along the horizontal direction, this Vx is equal to ux plus ax into t. All these x should be very small. It is suffix only. Okay. So what is the Vx now equal to ux plus at? What is a? A is equal to 0. Okay. Since a equal to 0, so Vx is equal to ux plus 0. Therefore Vx. Okay. Therefore this Vx is equal to ux. We know that the velocity along the horizontal direction is constant, is it not? And this can be taken as u itself. Okay, you can take any value u itself. So using these two, now you can all see the point C. At the point C, the horizontal velocity is Vx and the vertical velocity is Vy. Now I am going to complete the parallelogram. Understand? Using parallelogram, law of addition, I have completed the parallelogram, and the diagonal of the parallelogram will give you the resultant velocity v. So the resultant velocity v is the vector sum of vx and vy, and the magnitude, okay, the magnitude of the resultant velocity only I am going to find out. So the magnitude of the velocity, okay, resultant velocity is now v equal to square root of vx square plus vy square, or v is equal to square root of ux square plus gt the whole square, because vy is equal to gt, therefore vy square is equal to gt the whole square. Now you can take ux is equal to u itself, any value u, okay, or this v is now equal to square root of u square plus g square t square. Okay, so this is the magnitude. Now in vector form also, if you want, in vector form, okay, in vector form, if you represent the resultant velocity vector is equal to, okay, this vx vector, okay, vx, this vx vector is acting along the horizontal direction, so vx into I cap, okay, vx into I cap plus vy into j cap, because that is vy is acting along the y axis. So this is the vector form of the resultant velocity. I hope you all must have understood. Fine.